Hello Pisces, Elsie here to do a reading for you. It is for the week ahead, Pisces. How you doing? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Pisces, we have a short stack of oracles that we're going to go through and get the overall energy for the week ahead, and then we are going to put down some tarot and get some detail about the week ahead. So if you're brand new here, I always read for the week ahead, so whenever you get this, today, tomorrow, or next year, it could resonate with you. It is a general reading. Pisces, happy birthday. We're almost at the end of your cycle here, so I thought I would get one more read in during Pisces season for you. Let's find out what's going on for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Hey, if you're brand new and you want to stay, there is a subscription button down in the bottom right-hand corner of this little square where I live. Thanks for coming back if you're my ride or die. Let's find out what's going on for you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got time to go, Pisces. It's time to leave this old cycle, this old chapter. As I read these cards right now, if you are here real time, we are currently in the Eclipse Sandwich. Is where we are. We are between the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo and the full moon, the partial solar eclipse that's showing up on the 29th of March in Aries. So, you know, we're in the middle of all of this throw around stuff, right? I feel like somebody's making it for the door. I'm just going to say, it feels like you've gone over the self-audit, or you've realized after going over some details, card number 45 is a 9. That's why I'm saying that it is a hermit energy. It feels like that you're going for the door. It's time for you. It's like this person is disappearing. Who they used to be is actually disappearing. So I think, Pisces, that you've changed so much that you no longer match a vibration that you were in, and that you are in the midst of some sort of really big change of a cycle here. Yes, you're in the midst of regeneration. Card number 46 is a 10. Look, I can't write that stuff, right? A 10 is about the something new, right? 10s break down to a 1, and 1 is at the beginning of something. I feel like something that you thought was dead and gone is about to resurface, or maybe you're the one that's growing from the ashes. Maybe you're the phoenix. So take it as it resonates for you, but it does feel like this being on the bottom of the deck is the future energy for me. It does feel like something is currently growing, and you're going to see that growth in the week ahead. It feels like something is currently in the midst of regenerating. It's like everything's in flux. You're leaving a cycle and something is currently growing. The new cycle is opening itself while the old cycle is closing itself. All right. Tell me more about Pisces. Tell me more about Pisces. Tell me more about Pisces. We've got forgiveness. It says, you are now able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts. That's what you're doing. I feel like you are closing chapters. You're like, you know what? I'm just going to let it go. You're releasing things. So I feel like you're still in the energy of this Virgo full moon eclipse energy. Like I said, we're in the Eclipse Sandwich right now, right? So it feels like it says here, you are able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts. So I feel like you're now seeing the situation for what it is, or maybe you're giving a little bit of empathy to somebody who hurt you back there. Now you're seeing it from a different point of view. Nonetheless, I gotta go. I feel like you've got to go. It's time for you to leave this chapter behind you once and for all. Bottom of the deck says creativity. It says you love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. I feel like this is a form of illumination, this sort of new beginning that is showing up here for you. There is going to be something that you're going to realize or notice or see that you didn't see before, that maybe it's your love life you thought was dead. Maybe it's they're never going to pick me for the job. It feels like there has to be something that begins when something ends. That's the only reason anything ever ends in the universe, right? Did I say happy birthday? I already don't remember. Look, I'm in such a little floaty space here with all of these energies going on. I hope I said happy birthday. If I didn't, happy birthday to you. And let's get one more card on the table here. And then we can get to the tarot. We've got transformation. I like it. It says, this fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. How beautiful is she, right? So I feel like this is what's going on. Everything is about to shift for you, Pisces. There is something growing that you didn't know was growing in the future. And now that you've decided to make for the door, now that you've decided to just leave the old you behind, or the old situation or the old chapter or cycle behind, now you're in the midst of transformation. So I would say that that's all this floaty energy that I'm feeling. It feels like you're in this place of floating from one place to another. You're in the middle of the sandwich, right? The eclipse sandwich. And I feel like things aren't quite yet complete. And it feels like you're in the middle of transition, like you're transitioning to another level here. We do have motivation. It says, when spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. Look, if you're in North America, that's what's going on right now, right? We are stepping into spring. Aries is going to bring us spring on the 20th, or the 21st. Or maybe it's the 20th, I don't know. So spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. So we've already sprung forward, right? So those of you who are changing your clocks, we've already sprung forward. And so it's giving you motivation, I feel. Your creativity is going to be everywhere. I feel like you're coming up with creative ideas, creative plans. It feels like you're like... I'm looking at this here, and you can see that it's almost like hot lava, but it feels like everything is connecting, like all the capillaries and all the nerve endings, like everything is feeding or giving energy to this new thing that's about to be birthed. It's a fated thing. Very cool. It's a fated thing here. There's a lot of heavy energy here for you. And I don't say that in a derogatory way. Like, I feel like there's so many changes going on for you that your life, you're not even going to be able to recognize your life in a very short amount of time here. One last card, and then we will get to the tarot. We've got stress. So this could very well be what's going on. So if you're feeling a little stressed out, feeling like you don't know what's up or down or sideways or backwards, if you don't know what you're doing, maybe you had a plan and the plan's not going to plan. It feels like you might be stressed out a little bit. It says cleanse and detoxify from unnecessary commitments. So I feel like maybe you've overscheduled yourself possibly. It is time to go. It does feel like you are leaving a chapter and you're leaving behind old past hurts. It feels like you're in the midst of transformation, and transformation itself can be very stressful. We have boundaries, no one to put up and let down the walls. So you are in the midst of creating some boundaries, I feel, with the people that you are leaving in the past. All right. Oh, maybe we won't do those ones today. Maybe we'll do these ones. Let's talk about Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, Pisces. If you are interested in a private reading, friend, please know that you can take a look at all of my pricing if you're interested, and that is in the pinned comment below. Tell me about Pisces, please. What else do we need to know about Pisces? We've got the Page of Wands. On a different path, on a new path, taking one last look back here and moving forward. Got the Four of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So you're moving on to something new, but I don't think you're telling anybody. I feel like you're just quietly detaching. I'm just saying quietly because you can see that she's sort of hiding. She's away from the city or the kingdom in the background here, and she has... she's got her cloak sort of hanging over the pentacles. She's got the key to something, so she knows something that other people don't know. I say she because there's a girl on the card, but please understand I'm reading feminine and masculine energies both. It feels like you are going from a place where things were very unstable or risky, or you just didn't know what direction you were going to. You're going to something more stable. The Page of Pentacles is something that's material. You can touch it, taste it, feel it, right? It's something that is stable in the 3D. But I feel like you're quietly detaching from the past. So maybe just blocking people, maybe just deciding that I just don't want anything that's back there anymore. And I feel like you're doing it quietly. Maybe those people that you used to always connect with, you used to always reach out to them and say, hey, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a couple weeks. Maybe you're just going to let silence kill it and just be in the silence with yourself. I feel like this 4 of Pentacles and 1 is 5, it tells me detachment, that I'm detaching from something because I feel I'm detaching from the lack, because I felt the lack that is back there. There was no stability back there. Tell me more about Pisces. We have the 4 of Wands, so you're going to a place that's more stable, but it's going to take a lot of decision making, which I feel at this time, like I said, this is all this ethereal, up in the air sort of energy. Like I'm not really sure. I have all of these options, opportunities, or you just feel like you don't have a clear view of what you want, or maybe you knew what you wanted, but now you can't have it because of obstacles. It feels like everything is a little bit confusing at this time. And I think that is by design, I want to say. That maybe you aren't supposed to make any big moves or big decisions right now, because whatever's coming up in the week ahead, I feel like is going to anchor you or give you a little more stability in the 3D. I feel like you're supposed to be going through this place in time where you can't control the outcome, or that you can't make any plans. Maybe your plans are falling through. Maybe people that you make plans with, maybe they're canceling on you. It feels like that kind of energy, that things are just not working out as you want them to, stressing out just a little bit. That's the feeling of transition. Tell me about this 4 of Pentacles. I feel like you're keeping something to yourself here, that you are just being quiet, like walking away or pulling away quietly from this old vibration and moving forward. You're just forgiving yourself for allowing people to treat you the way they did, and now you are pulling away quietly. 8 of Swords. We have the 10 of Pentacles. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. Look, you go from a place of feeling like there was nothing that you could do. It feels like that's the reason that you're leaving this old cycle behind, Pisces, is because there's nothing left there to do. It's like you keep going round and round because there's nothing left to do. You've learned the lesson. I feel like you were hoping and wishing that maybe people would follow you into the next vibration, but there are going to always be some people who will not, that aren't ready to go where you're going. The 8 of Swords is telling me that you felt like your hands were tied. There's nothing I can do, but my abundance awaits me. So the 10 of Pentacles is here. You go from the 8 of Swords to the 10 of Pentacles, and then to the 3 of Pentacles. So it tells me like you've learned a lesson, you've built some sort of stability, you now are building a little bit of a firmer foundation. We go from this pentacle here, right? The pentacle, the Page of Pentacles, we've got 5, now we have 8. Now you've actually done some work on yourself. You're the subject matter expert. I know what I want now. I am going to make the plans for it. I'm going to start making the plans for it. It feels like you are building a stability, a base here, which is going to end up incredibly abundant. And I feel like you've decided that no one situation, person, whatever it is, person, place, thing, situation, is going to come there with me, because nobody really has put in the hard work that I've put in. Tell me about the Page of Wands and the 4 of Wands. I really do feel that this time to go is a bit of a hesitation. We've got 5 Wands here, and that is indecision. I feel like you hung out there in that energy for a while. So I called out the 8 Pentacles, and the 8 Pentacles showed up right here. We do have the Hierophant. I feel like all of this time, Pisces, that you've been building a more solid structure for yourself, structuring your life, structuring your workplace or your business, or building some sort of a solid foundation of happiness. I feel like you've realized that that it's time for you to transform into a person who really loves themselves. It feels like the Hierophant energy is telling me that I need to commit or recommit to the self. This is self-mastery. It feels like I need to commit or recommit to my happiness, my own happiness. I feel like this temptation here, sorry, not temptation, but transformation here this is exactly what's going on. And I feel like it's leading you to a place of stability, happiness, excitement, possibly love, meeting someone new. I feel like you're finally brave enough to race for the door here. We've got the King of Pentacles, we've got the 7 of Swords, and we've got the 9 of Swords. So it feels like this pentacle that is in the hand, sorry. So my brains are a little bit slower with this energy. We've got the Page of Pentacles. This is something that is brand new, that is materializing in the 3D. And what I think is materializing is your stability. This could definitely be a person. It could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, or somebody who wants to settle down with you, somebody who wants to be a mother or a father, or wants to provide you with material wealth. This King of Pentacles definitely is telling me that you might go from the Page of Pentacles, the new beginning, to the King of Pentacles, to the ultimate place of stability in your material wealth. It feels like somebody is about to have a windfall. But I think that the one thing that you must do in order to get more money or more time or more energy, because really that's what Pentacles are about, is make some sort of a decision to let go. We've got the full moon here and we've got the Two of Swords. And so it's a decision. Am I going this way or am I going that way? You need to make a decision about what you want to do. I feel like you're going to keep that decision to yourself with the Seven of Swords. And I feel that's a little bit worrisome for you, because I feel like you're silently pulling away from the old situation or the old cycle, the old relationship, the old friendships. And I feel like you are worried that I'm going on this new creative path, this new place I've never been before, this new place of regeneration. I'm being born again. And it feels like it's a little bit frightful, maybe a little bit scary. You're a little bit worried about it here. Because, when you pull away from your old cycle, when you realize that you're the same as the 5 people that are around you, and you really start to see them for who they are, you realize that changes need to be made. And I feel like you're pulling away silently because you don't trust the people that you were with. It was worrying you. Also, for some of you, maybe your finances were worrying you. And I feel like with this new beginning here, the regeneration of your finances, something new is going to show up for you here. Whether it's maybe the King of Pentacles is a person who's going to give you a job, or someone who's going to give you a raise or a promotion. But it feels like you must make a decision. And the decision is that you need to cut through all of this Seven of Cups stuff here. It feels like you need to... It feels like this, like maybe there's a lot of opportunities that are showing up here for you, but it also feels like a little bit of a fear of maybe I won't pick the right cup is what it feels like. So maybe you're holding back just a little bit. We do have the King of Wands in the reverse. We have the Magician and we have the Six of Swords. So it feels like you are picking up your resources, your tools that have been given to you, and you're going to pick a cup. It does feel like you have to detach, and I feel like that's what the Six of Swords is telling me. You have to detach from the worry. You have to detach from this thing of, but I'm going to be alone. But yes, you are going to be alone because you're in a regeneration, and some of the people back there aren't really interested in going through the cycle that they're going through because they're not as brave as you. Tell me more about Pisces. What is the outcome, please? We have the Judgment card. You are leaving something behind. Leave my old life behind. That's thunder, right? From Imagine Dragons. I'm the lightning before the thunder. And so I feel that people aren't going to know that you are regenerating until they see you. The lightning before the thunder. The lightning is mostly silent, and then we hear the thunder. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. This is something that's around the corner. It feels like it is next week for some of you, whomever of you are on this cycle. But the King of Wands, you'll notice, is in the reverse, and it's telling me that you are not currently in this moment. As I throw this cards, you are not taking action. You are not moving forward. In fact, I feel like you're holding back. You're holding back your tools and holding back from moving forward. It's because you don't know which cup to pick. But I feel like the universe is... when you get this King of Wands in the upright, it's added to the Nine of Wands, which allows you to drop your burdens and continue to grow. You're not scared of hard work, Pisces. I don't think that you are, but I feel like what worries you is that you are going to have to leave some things back there. Because judgment is something that dies and then is reborn again. And so it feels like the old you is headed for the door. I feel like the old you is done. You're in the transformation, and I feel like it's taken a lot of hard work, and I feel like you're going to see the fruits of your labor starting in the week ahead here. I feel like it's going to be hard. I'm saying it's not going to be easy. There might be some remorse or regrets that I had to pull away from my soul tribe. I had to pull away from the relationship. I had to pull away from the old job. But it feels like something is already growing in the future here. We do have the Queen of Cups. It might be you. It might be you that's growing, right? We do have the Queen of Cups here. Be kind to yourself, I'm going to say. Boundaries are necessary when you are moving to a new vibration here. And the Five of Pentacles is here as well. So I feel like you're feeling a little bit in lack, and that's why you put up the boundaries. But I think what you're going to realize pretty quickly, that boundaries are actually compassion that you show to yourself. They're promises that you make to you, right? So you don't have to worry about what everyone else is doing. You can let them be who they are as long as you keep the compassion and the love for self. So I feel like there's something in the week ahead that is already growing, and it feels like it's something creative or fun. Once you disconnect from this, I feel like something is growing. It's a new cycle, a new chapter, excitement. Yeah, the fates. It's faded here. I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I appreciate you, Pisces. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. I hope you will be too. I'm out. Bye-bye.